poetry, pinball, and playing with fire. That's what we have for you today. Once again, from the campus of UNLV, this is Front Row Center, and it begins right now. Welcome to Front Row Center. I'm Honey Love.
And I'm Portia McLaurin.
And we're going to kick off today's show with an art form that brings the heat. Check it out. The ancient art of fire dancing has been around for hundreds of years. It is believed to have originated somewhere in Polynesia and became popular in America in the late 90s. Las Vegas is home to one unique group of fire dancers that have turned the art form into a performance which includes meticulously choreographed scenes and scripts.
We like to tell a story with our fire, whereas a lot of other troupes kind of do dancing. We do a play.
Since June of 2013, Pyrosagas has karate kicked their way into Las Vegas venues with shows like Kung Pao Hustler and even offered survival tips with the Flame of the Dead zombie survival show. They are composed of fire performers from belly dancers to hula hoopers and all bring a certain unique quality, style, and flair to the group.
The real challenge is to be graceful, moving from trick to trick, and really make it more of a dance, or in our case, an act.
For the safety and protection of the audience and performers, fire precautions are taken very seriously.
They have certain regulations that we have to follow, and we can't step on any of them. We have to follow every single one of them, or we won't be able to perform in this town.
We have to be 15 feet from the audience. We have to have a separate area for our fuel station. We also have 2 to 3 safeties at all times that have duvetine blankets and a safety word, and when somebody's on fire, they rush in and put them out.
So, how does one become a fire performer?
Well, first off, you gotta learn not to be afraid of fire and go through like a spotter's class or a safety class.
Abel says that before you can even begin to ignite fire to your tool, you first have to learn how to use it.
This is a long drawn out process, years in making, just to light up in the first place.
And as the saying goes, practice makes perfect, and Pyrosagas have perfected and transformed the art of fire dancing.
There's no limits. As long as you can think it, you can do it.
Make sure you check out these guys right behind me on their Facebook page, Pyrosagas, and you can also log on to their website at pyrosagas.com for upcoming events. For Front Row Center, I'm Honey Love. She was one of the original cast members of the Cirque du Soleil show Zumanity and was recently named one of the most intriguing people of 2014 by Vegas 7 magazine. She is now the owner and operator of Baobab Stage Theater at Town Square. Please welcome a woman of many talents, Wasa Coulibaly.
Thank you.
Hi, Wasa. Did I say your name right?
Yeah, perfect.
Coulibaly. Where is that from?
From Mali.
From Mali.
It's in West Africa.
Oh, so that's where you're from.
No, I'm from Senegal, but my parents came from Mali.
Oh, okay. I love it. It's such a beautiful name.
Oh, thank you.
And where did you get the name of your theater?
Baobab is growing up in Senegal. We have this giant tree. It's called Baobab, and underneath I often see old folks telling story with their guitar late at night. Everybody gather. It was such a landmark in the whole place that we gather underneath there often to share, tell story, dance. So I thought Baobab was a fitting name for theater.
It was, because that's like the gathering spot for things that you have going on in your theater.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about the performances that you have there.
There we do a variety of show. One is Tribal Night, which is live drumming and dancing from all over the world. We do a burlesque event once a month as well. We do a comedy, we do improv every Monday, acting workshop, and we also have a clothing shop in the front of it. So
I know you make your own clothes, Wasa wear.
Yes, I have a clothing line.
When did you start making your own clothes?
Boy, about 10 years ago I started, actually. Yeah.
And now, is this something you made?
Yes.
I love it.
Comfortable.
It looks very comfortable.
Thank you.
So I know you were at Zumanity. You can even see your face still on some of the billboards. What was that like?
Humanity, 10 years and a long audition. I remember the first day I auditioned for them was a little long. And then we went to Montreal and did the creation, 2 weeks of 2 weeks more of auditioning. Then we do a 6 months creation, and then we have to do 10 shows per week. It's very hard work, but it's a lot of fun.
Now, why did you leave?
Well, I've done it for 10 years, and I felt like it was kind of time to move on.
And so you started this theater, and I know you write, you produce, you direct, you do all kinds of things.
Yeah, I love it.
And I know one of the shows is called Red Dress.
Yes, Red Dress.
Tell me about that.
Red Dress is a story that I've written. I started doing in 2008 in Annex Theater, and then I felt like, okay, I needed another place to do it. That's how I got the whole theater Baobab open, because I was looking for another venue to do it. But it's a beautiful story about redemption. It talks about the journey of a woman, and it takes to a journey of a prostitute and how to get out of it. In the end, it's blissful. It's highly moral, very good. There's a lot of dancing, singing, acting, fashion. I wanted to do a project that had all the stuff that I love doing, which is the dancing, the fashion, the poetry, and put it all together. So that's how Red Dress is put together.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
Everywhere. I'm in like a lot of theater, always watching shows, watching movies, when I travel back home, and stuff that I've lived in, and then things that just pops out sometime too.
And what are some of the things that you have going on right now?
Like I say, we have
a busy woman.
So busy. I got into now making corsets, so that takes a lot of time.
I need one. I love corsets. I need a good corset.
Yeah, so we are doing like every day creating new dresses, and as well as shows. Like we have a tribal night coming. Friday we have a burlesque show, and we're doing comedy also. A lot of different things. There's always something happening around the theater.
So make sure everyone you check that out. So what are you going to be doing for us today? A dance. Is this from something from one of your shows?
Yes, I've done this in a past tribal night. It's something easy. Doesn't take too much warm-up, so.
Okay, well, let's get to it.
All right.
Everyone, this is Wasa, and she's going to be performing. All right.
Oh, yes.
Voy a pedir su mano, al amor hay que dar de beber. Voy a cortar un ramo de nube para mojar su querer. Voy a bajar por los yayanes en una yagua de tul. Voy a pintar los manantiales como leo de cielo azul. Voy a prender tu cariñito como cocuyo en el mar. Y voy a hacerte un traje novia como es del platanal.
Thank you so much. That was so amazing. Thank you. Everyone, make sure you check out this amazing woman, Wasa Coulibaly, at the Baobab Stage Theater inside Town Square. Coming up, we'll talk with the director and actress from the Vagina Monologues. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. That makes me want to dance.
When doctors told me I would never walk again, somehow I knew I would. Whether you need support in a tragedy or just to make it through a bad day, prayer can make a difference. America, let's come together by believing with each other.
Hi, and welcome back to Front Row Center. Aerial arts combines athleticism and artistry and is quickly becoming an emerging art form. Nakia Berry has the story.
It's not exactly something you can hang in the backyard, so.
Shine Alternative Fitness is one of the places in the city where you can try aerial silks.
It's fun, it gets me out doing things. I can fly around and hang on a curtain and swing and spin, and that's what keeps me coming.
It's blowing up, so this is the good time to be getting into it.
Aerial silks is a blend of athleticism and artistry. It combines acrobatic tricks with dance movement. Before, aerial silks was only seen in the circus industry, but recently people are seeing aerial arts in films, TV, and live performances.
When you look at them, of course, you think it's very difficult and it's impossible, but then more and more studios started to offer now aerial silks to everyone.
Each 1-hour class is limited to 8 people and is open to all skill levels, primarily beginners.
I actually really love teaching beginners. They're usually so excited to learn this brand new skill, and they've maybe seen it in shows or they've seen it on TV, and then they got an opportunity to experience it firsthand.
Shine students in the aerial silks class use creativity, flexibility, strength, and cardio to get in shape.
Oh, I've been coming for over a year. I was just looking for new fitness things that wasn't like your standard gym.
I always thought that it was something you had to be born into, like a circus family or something, and I ended up finding a studio that offered open classes.
Experienced students may make the art look easy, but they still face challenges.
That moment where you need to like let go to do a drop or something like that, and it's just that trust in you yourself and the fabric is kind of just the only little part that's a little scary.
I don't have a lot of arm strength. That would probably be the hardest thing, so it makes things difficult.
It's a good physical challenge, but we can definitely tailor it to the individual.
There is no preparation needed before taking the class. All you need to do is show up.
They should definitely try it. I mean, it's intimidating at first, but it's a lot of fun once you get into it.
It might seem totally foreign to you, but it's the best time. Just try something new and get some exercise and have fun while you do it.
Aerial silks is a new fitness and art trend that's growing. It's basically fitness through fun. Reporting for Front Row Center, I'm Nakia Berry.
Thanks, Nakia. Shine Alternative Fitness offers classes in aerial art, so you may want to check it out. Now here's Honey with our next guest.
Thanks, Portia. Each year, Jean Nidetch Women's Center promotes special events to bring awareness to sexual assault, domestic violence, stalking, and reproductive justice issues centered on identity. Next month, the Women's Center will be putting on a production of the Vagina Monologues. And joining me now is Carmela Gadsden, director of the Vagina Monologues, as well as Cameron Harbin. Hi, ladies. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
So, tell me about this production and what you hope to accomplish with it.
Okay. Well, the Vagina Monologue started back in the 90s when a woman named Eve Ensler went around and recorded interviews, talking to women about their vaginas and what it's like to be a woman in society, right? And so she took all these interviews and created monologues, and then created the Vagina Monologues on Broadway in New York. And it grew into a whole international organization called V-Day, which fights violence against women and girls. So we brought that on campus, and it's been going on campus for over 10 years now, and that's what we're inviting people out to.
So what do you hope to achieve by showing this on campus?
Well, for one, we want to change the discourse of the word vagina. Like, no one wants to say vagina, right? So we actually start off the show telling people names that people have used for the word vagina, and just totally changing the discourse of the word, and definitely promoting the fight against violence, against sexual violence against women and girls. It's estimated that over 1 billion women and girls will become victims of sexual assault and domestic violence. So this is part of a larger effort to end that violence. And then also to talk about our Care Advocate Center here we have at UNLV, which provides free advocacy for victims of sexual assault, domestic violence, and stalking.
Now, is this something that men would be comfortable even coming to see?
Definitely. We invite everyone from all walks of life. It's definitely a great night out.
It's a fun one. Yeah. I would say, well, just based on the topic alone, your older members of the family, maybe like 13 and up or so, but I mean, invite boyfriends, lovers, grandma, everyone. It's been a good time. Yeah.
So tell me about your monologue.
Okay, I'm doing The Woman Who Loved to Make Vaginas Happy. And so it's a story about a woman who leaves corporate America and goes on to pursue a career as a dominatrix. And yeah, right? It's exciting. Wow. It's very exciting. I think it's a beautiful piece, an empowering piece in that you have this woman really taking control of her sexuality as well as encouraging the sexuality of other women, which isn't always something that's encouraged, right? Unless it's for a male gaze or like to be consumed but not to really be enjoyed by the woman herself. So that's really powerful to me.
Now I know this is the piece that you auditioned with. So what drew you to this piece? Are you a dominatrix?
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna let that go. I think the biggest thing for me, I think it's so outside of what I'm used to or like my comfort zone. So like to want to really like get into this character, get into this, who this woman is, and just really have fun with it and explore it. I mean, there's leather and props, and just to talk about your sexuality that's healthy and that's, you know, not full of shame, but nothing but joy, empowerment, and yeah.
So I know you guys have been all over the community promoting this show. Tell everyone when and where they can see it.
Okay. Absolutely.
Well, it's going to be on April 19th next month at 7 o'clock. Tickets can be purchased from the Performing Arts box office for $12 or online, and it's going to be over at Artemus Ham Hall. So we definitely want everyone to come out and see us. All the proceeds are going to go to that V-Day International organization.
Thank you so much for joining us, ladies. And see, everyone, you don't have to be scared to say the word vagina. Watch, these ladies will prove it to you. Just go check out the show. All right, stay with us. Front Row Center. We'll be right back.
Tonight, we look back at one of the original arcade games, that old chestnut from the 60s known as pinball. Rosalie Spear tells us more.
To some, pinball is a relic of the past, but to one local arcade, it's anything but outdated.
It's like I say, you can either get a fast car or a boat or a blonde, or you can open a pinball museum.
The Pinball Hall of Fame, located on Tropicana Avenue near UNLV, is a hotspot for gamers who are looking for somewhere more unique.
I've heard other people in the Bay Area say, oh, when you go to Vegas, you got to go to the Pinball Hall of Fame. Everything retro kind of comes back.
According to Arnold, modern video games just don't compare.
Pinball only exists in the real world. You can't digitize it. The only place you can play it is at a place like this.
And places like the Pinball Hall of Fame are rare. Not only is it full of vintage arcade games and pinball machines, but it's full of dedicated volunteers who want to help their community.
Our charitable mission is the most important thing. We wrote $500,000 in checks one year to local social service charities. It's like a Kiwanis Club or a Lions Club, only geekier.
The Pinball Hall of Fame is a not-for-profit organization that also serves as a place for recovering addicts.
It gives them a social place to go where there isn't the temptation of video poker and drugs and alcohol.
Unfortunately, the economics of pinball are not very good, and it makes staying open unpredictable.
If you're thinking about coming over here, my advice is to do it sooner rather than later, because you may show up and it might not be here.
So, what can be done?
If you got a big collection of gold bars in your garage, you know, that would help. If not that, just come on over and spend some quarters.
I love winning games.
And according to Arnold, the nature of the game is what it's all about.
A game is something where I can jump in, beat my enemy to death, and be triumphant, chasing the silver ball.
With its over 250 vintage and retro pinball and arcade games, the Pinball Hall of Fame is unlike anywhere else in Las Vegas. For Front Row Center, I'm Rosalie Spear.
Thanks, Rosalie. You can hear our next performer all over Vegas singing rock and pop. Please welcome to Front Row Center, Mr. Paul Johnson.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Paul. How are you?
I am good.
So tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
I'm a performer here in Las Vegas. I work all over town. I've been in shows on the Strip. I'm currently singing in a band called Generation. We play many hotels in Las Vegas, and we do cover band kind of stuff, but it's a lot of fun. We do all kinds of good music.
Let's talk about some of the big shows that you've performed in on the Strip. What were they?
A couple of the ones I've been in that were my favorites were Peep Show, one was at Planet Hollywood with Holly Madison, also with Coco, and as well as Vegas the Show. That's a show I just did recently as well. It's a lot of fun.
And how was that experience for you?
Oh, fantastic. My background has always been in, I went to school for musical theater and studied that, but my background is in all kinds of music. I've had to sing all kinds of different music, and all those different shows highlight many different kinds. So it's a lot of hard work to to change from show to show sometimes, but totally worth it.
So you write your own songs.
I do.
What's that process like?
I don't really have too much of a process. I like to actually kind of make some stuff up as I go, or I find a good inspiration in a line or something I think of, and just write a song from that.
Now, what are some of your inspirations? Is it like love, heartbreak?
Of course. I mean, that's always a big one. Another one too is books. I like to take stories from books, and I've written songs about some of my favorite stories that I've read in a book. So that's actually another great inspiration you can write from.
All right. So what song you're going to perform for us today?
This song I'm going to perform is called No Shine. And this is kind of based on some of my Las Vegas experiences. It's a song that's kind of about living in Vegas for a long time. You see a lot of the great stuff, you see a lot of the fun stuff, a lot of the wonderful things that Vegas has to offer, and I love living in Vegas. But if you've been here for a little while, you know that there's kind of an underlying roughness around there somewhere that you run into sometimes. So this song that I'm going to perform is kind of about that. It's kind of about the little rough edges that you can find if you are here a little bit long enough and you find them.
All right, everyone. Well, here is Paul Johnson performing No Shine.
I promise you gold, I promise you diamonds, I promise you love. Just lay it all out and call on whatever God that you pray to above. Don't it feel good, you know, the way that it should when everything's in its place? But something's not right, you feel the darkness that hides behind the smile on my face. But don't be surprised when the neon fades. Don't be surprised when I get my way. Don't be surprised at the lies, 'cause underneath these gold streets there's an undying supply. 'Cause these city lights don't hold no shine anymore. These city lights don't hold no shine, no shine. Glitter and skin, I'll give you guilty free sin if you'll just pay the price. Don't worry about dirt, it washes off, it don't hurt, and you can eat your cake twice. Just a small prick, you know the pain, it don't stick around too long. But something not right, you feel the darkness that hides between the lines in my song. 'Cause these city lights don't hold no shine anymore. These city lights don't hold no shine. Sure, all you ever wanted was to take it too far. Leave your life to chance and roll the dice on the hard way. But sometime soon you're gonna learn there's a price to pay from the games we play. 'Cause these city lights don't hold no shine. These city lights don't hold no shine. Trust me, boy, it's bad behavior to toy with me. If you do, you'll see that these city lights don't hold no shine. These city lights don't hold no shine. Start running now, 'cause there's a chance that you'll learn in time that the city don't hold no shine.
Thanks, Paul. Thank you for joining us on the show. Make sure you check this guy out, Paul Johnson. He'll be at the Strip somewhere, right?
Absolutely, all over the place.
He's all over the place. And Vegas has always got something going on, so stick around. We'll have our calendar of events when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
We had been called up for the first time. Wildfires were getting close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
You know what time it is. That's right. Time now for our upcoming events. Do you love classical music? The Advanced Orchestras of Clark County will hold their festival on March 21st and 22nd at the Artemus Concert Hall. This event is free and open to the public. The 2014 Rebel Awards will recognize deserving students and staff and programs at UNLV. The event will be held on March 24th right here on campus. Who says big trucks are just for boys? The Monster Jam World Finals will pack 32 monster trucks into Sam Boyd Stadium on March 22nd from 6 to 9 p.m. So if you're a Monster Jam fan, you won't want to miss it. Inequality for All explores the widening income disparity in America. The film is part of the Movies That Matter series on March 25th in the Frank and Estella Beam Hall. This event is also free and open to the public. Christian iconography and symbolism from Mexican history will be on display in the Marjorie Barrick Museum beginning March 27th and running through September 25th. The annual Nevada Entertainer and Artist Hall of Fame will be held in UNLV Student Union on March 27th. This year they will be inducting Ronnie Vanucci, drummer for the band The Killers, along with other notable artists. Tickets are $75 per person. I definitely don't want to miss a chance to meet the drummer from The Killers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we may need to bring some smelling salts for you.
He has such dreamy eyes. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show. And as always, from the entertainment capital of the world, it's Vegas, baby. And it's all right here on Front Row Center. Good night.